President and CEO of Gerber Kawasaki, Ross Gerber, joins us now. Ross, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
What you had tweeted that some of the stuff that you saw was insane in the factory. So what exactly got you most jazzed about its vision for reducing costs for the next-gen vehicle by 50%? Because that's a big number.
Right. I mean, it's all about battery cells. And when I originally went to Battery Day years ago and saw the prototype factory for cell production of the 4680, it was kind of like this new little whiz-bang thing. And when I went to the factory yesterday and saw what it's become, it's incredible because they've been able to shrink the footprint for manufacturing these cells to quite a small size. And it allows them to build these factories all over the world much more efficiently. And battery production is really the key to alternative energy's success for energy as well as for EV and transportation. So the 4680 cell is probably one of the most important technological advances in modern history. And when they achieve this, which hopefully will be very soon, it's going to bring Tesla to the next level.
He also spent a lot of time talking about moving away from a lot of the raw materials that battery technology is reliant on now. Talked about a lithium iron phosphate battery, so an iron cell-based battery, which is used in China right now. So it's out there right now in commercially produced EVs. He also talked about moving away from rare earths, and you see the consequence in shares of MP Materials this morning, which is down about 13% on this notion that you can actually engineer rare earths out of the process, Ross. And I'm wondering, you know, how quickly you said it's going to happen sometime in the future, but as a bull and as somebody who is invested in the stock, how soon do you want to see this? What are your expectations on timeline?
Well, first of all, I think that when Elon is laying out a plan, he's talking about very long term, and his vision is very broad. So a lot of the things he said and the markets are reacting to today are very premature because we're very far away from doing all those things yet. And the chemistry of building a battery is quite difficult and complicated. And so, like, all these are ideas that are incredibly efficient ways to improve battery production, but haven't actually been invented yet. So I think the market's maybe a little bit rushing to judgment, not to mention all the other EV players that need magnets. You know, I own MP in my fund GK. MP is a great company, and they make these rare earths that are crucial to motor production. So we don't see anything on the short term to affect these companies. But longer term, I think for an electric future, we have to be very efficient with the use of the commodities involved.
Hey, Ross. I mean, even Goldman today says the ability to cut your cost in half is huge. But then they say, look, I mean, people were looking for a third-generation vehicle, or at least some specifics. This is a company with a magical ability to form narratives. They rolled out a prototype for the Cybertruck. Why not this time?
Well, I think, you know, one of the things I was pushing on, you know, and pushing towards the board was really more transparency about management and the teams that are running Tesla. And that was the purpose of yesterday, was really to introduce everybody to all the different teams that work at Tesla and the way Tesla's organized. And I thought they did a great job clarifying their organizational structure, which was one of the things I really wanted to see. Although, you know, Elon is still sort of the king of the heap there, and there isn't really a number two. But what we saw was a really great group of engineers building incredible technologies that'll advance, you know, Tesla into the future. But when you're talking about vehicle launches, those are like parties, you know, like when Cybertruck launched or Model 3. You know, I've been to these launches and they're super fun and they're parties. This was for investors, and everybody there was institutional investors. There were no goofballs there. You know, it was like a really serious room of investors. And so I think they want people to understand where Tesla is going long term, and I think they did a very good job articulating that. But I think people had you know, they want a show, you know, like that's what I do well, you know, put it on the show and make it fun, and that's going to happen soon when they launch this vehicle. But I think they're still finalizing the design.